Now, in a few moments, you'll hear the latest update on the weather in about a quarter of an hour's time or so. But as you know, we're in for a cold snap, it would seem, according to the meteorologists. Amongst other inconveniences the cold weather brings, the effect it has on your skin is one of them. The constant flitting between mild and freezing temperatures can play havoc with your skin, and although beauty products come at prices, they can help. Paula Tannant has been a professional bridal makeup artist in Leicestershire for over 8 years, a trained comatologist for over 20 years. She's in the studio. Morning, Paula.
Good morning.
Great to see you again.
Yeah, and you, Ben.
So look, and this is absolutely for men and women, isn't it? I mean, I moisturise every day in the wintertime because I just go like crusty, I get really dry skin because I think I spend a lot of time outside. That's probably why.
Well, it radiators as well play havoc on the skin. Yeah, of course, it's for all ages and both male and female.
You've got 4 top tips,
I
haven't
have got 4 top tips, and I've sat and thought about these, and I thought, well, the first tip is going back to the absolute basics of skincare. The amount of clients I talk to, and I say, what products are you using for your skin? And they're using products that's really not appropriate for their skin type. Yeah. So I'll say, well, why are you using these things? Why are you using this product? You've got dry skin. Why are you using a moisturiser for a greasy skin? And, well, I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah. So the first thing is to get your products right. And if you don't know what you're doing, that's what beauty consultants are there for. I mean, no matter where you go, whether you're in some concession, in a department store, you know, all these girls will be able to give you a free consultation on your skin. Yes, they probably would with the intent for you to buy, but you don't have to. You're not obligated to buy anything. So you can obtain this information to get so you're buying the right products for your skin type. That's the first thing, because honestly, it's amazing how many girls and men are not using the right products for their skin. So that's the first tip. Okay. Also, my second tip is samples. You know, I would say all, if not most, beauty brands will have some samples. If they don't have samples for you to try, they will decant products into little pots. Because again, you know, and I've done it myself, I've spent thousands of pounds over the years buying products, getting them home, not being suitable for my skin, discarding them. Waste of money. Ask for samples or...
Go and try it out for a week.
And don't mix it with any others. If you're trying that particular product, don't mix it. Otherwise, you're not going to know which is the offending product, which one's working for you. So definitely ask for samples. You can get your free advice, as we've talked about, samples, or decant into a pot. The third, I would say, as a top tip, is most people have combination skin. Most of us do. And I don't think they think that you can actually use 2 products. So you might have a really oily T-zone, very dry cheeks. Use 2 products. It might initially be more expensive because you're having to buy 2 products, but obviously over the long term, it's going to last you longer. But so that, like skin masks, even moisturisers, you know, if you've really got an oily T-zone, use one moisturiser.
What's a T-zone?
A T-zone is around the middle part of your face, the middle of your forehead, the
nose.
Where
the T is?
Exactly.
Oh, I got it.
Usually, if someone's going to be greasy or shiny, it is down that T-zone area. But quite often, they will have dry cheeks. So, you know, they have these products for combination skin. To me, they're not favourable to me. I think 2 different products is going to work better for you. Yeah. So that's my third tip. My fourth tip, and is probably the most important, once you know what you're buying, once you've found the product that you like, that works for you, moisturisers with UVA and UVB. It is very important. And more so, it's not just going out in sunlight, it is all year round. So even when it's raining, you've got to put UVA and UVB in your moisturisers. A minimum of SPF 30 and UVA 5-star.
It's like sun cream, but in moisturiser form.
That's right. But like I say, the sun doesn't need to be shining to have to put UVA and UVB protection on. It's all year. It's all during the day, whether it's winter. You've got to get those moisturisers on with those products.
But look, so people listening to this will think, oh, that's all very well and good, and you can go and spend £100 on a pot of moisturiser. But you could also go and spend £2.50 on one.
Yes.
Do you have to spend the money, or can you just whatever suits you?
Well, again, you know, as long as the UVA and UVB, that is the biggest major factor for ageing of the skin. In my idea, and going back to me saying about getting samples, cost price doesn't make any difference as long as you've got UVA, UVB, and what suits your skin. Because I've done it myself. I've had bought premium products at a huge price, and actually they've not been that good for me. So forget about the price. It could be a cheaper product or a premium product. It's what suits your skin, definitely.
And it's interesting because lots of the products. You look at them on the telly, don't you? And they come up with this thing, and it's sort of sciencey bits in the background. You think it's boggling. Actually, is what it is.
Boggling.
So going back to that sample thing unless you've tried it, and that's why they give the samples away.
Exactly, and people don't ask for samples enough. That's what they're there. The girls are there. They are trained to assess your skin, and if they want to sell the products, they will give you samples.
And is winter generally a tough time?
Definitely, because you've got the radiators when you're asleep at night, when your skin's repairing itself, and then you're battling with the elements in the day, with the harsh, cold conditions. Yeah, and then in the summer it's the sunshine.
Now, you spend a lot of time your life making people look amazing, don't you? For their most important day, for their weddings and stuff. A bit of a quieter time at this time of the year. But do you when you book a client and a bride in to do their bridal makeup, do you say, right, but the week before I need you to do this? To kind of prep their skin beforehand.
I am a bridal makeup artist and I do enjoy that work. But, I've been a cosmetologist for a lot longer, and skincare, I've always been very passionate about skincare and helping people with their skin. And fortunately, when it comes to my bridal clients, they do all have trials. So I can get them way ahead of their wedding.
You're strict with them, aren't you?
I am. And more often than not, I give them advice, whether it's rearranging what they should be using or shouldn't be using. And I always say to them, you'll thank me on your wedding day that your skin's... And more often than not, it is. As we've said before, the skin is your canvas, so makeup then would go on better once you've sorted your skincare out.
So how many times a day would you moisturise, for example?
Twice a day.
Really?
Every morning with my UVBs, and at night time it's not as important to have a moisturiser with UV and UVB. So moisturise at night is when I go to bed. This is when your skin is resting and it's repairing. So quite often I'll use an oil as well. It's a real drink for the skin. And
how much time of a day do you spend doing it?
Well, it sounds a long routine, and it really, really isn't. No. I mean, there's products now that you can that are like an all-in-one, if you like. So you can have an exfoliator and a cleanser in one, and that would save time. And you can take them into the shower and things like that. So there is ways of making it a lot quicker. I mean, I don't actually spend as much time as it sounds.
Well, it's lovely to see you. Thanks ever so much for coming in. Last time we saw you was at Christmas, and you did our producer Sophie's makeup. If you remember, she was going out to a party. Apparently it went brilliantly. She had that makeup on for about 24 hours, I think. She might still have it on for all I know. Perfectly well done. Do you remember what was it, that thing? I went to a party and somebody was talking about, I sort of overheard somebody talking about makeup, and I was like, yeah, but did you put your primers on?
No.
You see, and I was like, how do you know about primers? Thanks. Because I spoke to Paula, that's why. Paula, thank you ever so much for the 4 top tips. Get your products right. Make sure they're the right things. Make sure you grab some samples to check that they're the right things. If you need 2 products, get 2 products. Cheeks are different to your T-zone. You see, we've all learned that today. That's your forehead, down your nose and across your lips. And moisturise. Moisturise.
UVAs and UVBs. The minimum of a SPF 30 and 5-star UVA. Can I say happy birthday?
Oh, yes, and before we go, I nearly forgot. Your mum, well, you tell us.
My mum, my beautiful but very naughty mummy. She's a real rebel.
Wonder where you get it from.
She's 75 today, and I want to wish my lovely mummy a very, very happy birthday.
She's in Evington, isn't she?
She's in Evington, but I will be meeting her this afternoon.
You're going out for lunch?
I'm taking her out. Yeah, I'm going to the windmill at Wymondham.
Oh, lovely. Excellent. Have a nice time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
Ben.
Paula.
Thanks.
Happy birthday, Paula's mummy as well. What's her name?
Gwendolyn Dean. We're coming for you.
She's livid now. She's told everybody we're ages and everything. Let's see what's happening as far as the weather goes. Rich.